Hello everyone, welcome to the social science class. Today we will discuss the first chapter of geography, that is India, size and location. In this chapter we will focus on the location of India, what is its size in comparison to other countries, know about the India and the world, also see the various countries which are the neighbor of India. We will start with the location. India lies entirely in the northern hemisphere. We will look at the world map. This line is called as equator. This is at 0 degree. Equator divides world into two parts, that are northern hemisphere and southern hemisphere. And India lies in northern hemisphere. There are 90 latitudes in northern hemisphere and 90 latitudes in southern hemisphere. Between the latitude of 8 degree 4 minute north to 37 degree 6 minute north and longitudes of 68 degree 7 minute east to 97 degree 25 minutes east. This is 8 degree 4 minute north latitude. We are using N for north. To 37 degree 6 minute north. This is latitudinal extent. And the longitudinal extent is 68 degree 7 minute east to 97 degree 25 minute east. Latitudes are the horizontal lines on the world map and longitudes are the vertical lines. India is in east side, that is why we use E with the longitudes. India is divided by Tropic of Cancer 23 degree 30 minutes north in almost two equal parts. There is a latitude called as Tropic of Cancer at 23 degree 30 minutes north. This is Tropic of Cancer. This divides India into two parts. Like in southern hemisphere, there is Tropic of Capricorn, that is on the latitude of 23 degree 30 minutes south. In the southeast of India, there is a sea called as Bay of Bengal. And in Bay of Bengal, there are Andaman and Nicobar Islands. In Bay of Bengal, there are Andaman and Nicobar Islands. Like in southwest, there is Arabian Sea, and in Arabian Sea, Lakshadweep Islands are located. Total area of India is about 3.28 million square kilometer, that is 2.4% of the world. India occupies area of 2.4% out of 100% of the world. And India is the 7th largest country in the world. Then which countries are bigger than India? The first largest country in the world is Russia, second is Canada, third is USA, fourth is China, fifth is Brazil, sixth is Australia and seventh is India. India is the 7th largest country in the terms of area. India has the land boundary about 15,200 kilometers. The land boundary of India is, this is the land boundary, and the land boundary of India is 15,200 kilometers. And the coastline of India is from Gujarat to West Bengal, also include Andaman and Nicobar coastline and Lakshadweep coastline, and this is about 7,516 kilometer. In the northwest, north and northeast of India, young folded mountains are found. Like in south, there is seas. In north, there are mountains, and these mountains are young fold mountains. These mountains are located in north and northeastern part of the India. Like Himalayas are in north of India. South of about 22° north latitude, India tapers and finally extends toward the Indian Ocean. This is 22° latitude. From 22° latitude, India starts tapering. Taper means becoming narrow. It becomes narrow and extends toward the Indian Ocean. It is India that divides the Indian Ocean into two seas, that is Arabian Sea on the west and Bay of Bengal in the east. Latitudinal and longitudinal extent. The latitudinal and the longitudinal extent of mainland is about 30°. If we look at the latitudes and longitudes of India, we will find that there is difference of 30°. How? 8 to 37. There is difference of 30. Likewise, from 68 to 97, there is difference of 30. So the whole of the extension of India is about 30°. But if we look at the map, we'll find that northeast appear to be, east-west appear to be smaller than the north-south. North-south look big, but the reality is that both are same, that are of 30°. The time along the standard meridian, that is 82° 30' east, passing through the Mirzapur in Uttar Pradesh, is taken as the Indian standard meridian for the whole country. As we know that when we move 1 degree, there is 4 minutes. 2 degree, 8 minutes. And difference between the Arunachal Pradesh and Gujarat is about 30°. So this means that there should be the difference of 2 hours. To cope up with this difference of 2 hours, this standard meridian is set up. This is 82° 30', and it passes through Mirzapur in Uttar Pradesh. India and the world. India is located in the world between the East and the West Asia. India occupies the central position in the world in West and the East Asia. The routes across the Indian Ocean, which connects the country of Europe in the west and the country of East Asia, provide a strategic central location to the India. Indian Ocean is very much important for India as it connects India with the Eastern Asian countries as well as Western countries and European countries by sea routes. That is why India has a strategic location for the trade. The Deccan Peninsula helps India to establish close contact with the West Asia, Africa, Europe from the western coast, and with Southeast and East Asia from the eastern coast. This is western coast in the west side and eastern coast in the east side. Western coast is important to reach the European, African countries and Eastern coast is important to reach the eastern countries and also important for the trade. The ocean which is south of India given the name Indian Ocean as no other country has long coastline on the Indian Ocean as India has. The name of Indian Ocean is on the name of our country India. Why? Because there is no other country in the Indian Ocean which has so much coastline in Indian Ocean. Due to its long coastline in Indian Ocean, the Indian Ocean is named after a country called India. The land routes help India in the exchange of ideas and commodities since ancient time. From the past, the land routes are very important for trade and the exchange of ideas. As we know about the Silk Route. Silk Route was very important for country. Like this, land route is very important for our country. India have propagated the ideas of the Upanishads and the Ramayanas, the story of Panchtantra, the Indian numerals and the decimal system, as well as given spices, muslin and merchandise to the different countries. From the ancient time, India is doing trade with other countries as well as propagating their ideas to other countries. India is exchanging their ideas. Like this, also the other country exchanges the ideas with India. Also, the influence of Greek sculpture and architectural styles of dome and minerals from the West Asia can be seen in different parts of India. If we look at the sculpture of India, the architectural styles of India, we will notice that are from other countries. India has occupied it from other countries. India and its neighbors. India is comprised of 28 states. There are 28 states in our countries or country and 9 union territories and share the border with the following countries in respective direction. On the basis of direction, India has or share border with the many countries. Like in northwest, India share border with Afghanistan and Pakistan. In west and north side of India, there are two countries that share border with India, that are Afghanistan and Pakistan. In the north of India, there are three countries that border the India, that are Nepal, China and Bhutan. In the east, there are two countries, that are Bangladesh and Myanmar. To the south of India, there are two island countries that are India's neighbor, that are Maldives and Sri Lanka. These all are the neighbor of India from different directions. Sri Lanka is separated from India by a narrow channel of a sea formed by Park Strait and the Gulf of Mannar. India is separated by this narrow channel. This is Park Strait. What is strait? Strait is a narrow water body that connects the two larger water bodies. And this strait separates India and Sri Lanka. Maldive Islands are situated to the south of Lakshadweep Islands. These are Maldive Islands and these are in south of Lakshadweep, in the south direction of Lakshadweep Island. A peninsula is a piece of land that is bordered by water on the three sides but connected to the mainland on the one side. In this chapter, we have read many times the word peninsula. Now we'll see what is a peninsula. Peninsula is an area which is covered by three sides by the water and one side by the land. The area which has bordered by three sided in water and one side by land, that is called as peninsula. Some important points from this chapter, that is, the southernmost point of Indian Union was Indira Point that got submerged under the sea water in 2004. What happened in 2004? There came a tsunami, and due to this tsunami, the last point that was located after the Arabian Sea, here at 6 degree, there was a point called as Indira Point, or we can also call it as Pygmalion Point. It was submerged under the water. Since the opening of Suez Canal in 1869, India's distance from the Europe has been reduced by 7,000 kilometers. There was lot of distance between India and Europe, but when the Suez Canal is opened, this distance will become very small. This is the picture of Suez Canal. That's all for today. Thank you.